Hi guys, it is Shannon and welcome back to my channel, guys. It has been 5 months since I filmed anything, so hopefully, this goes well. I thought of a new story while I was at work the other day and just like popped into my head. So hopefully you like it, but let's just get into this because I hate long intros and I'm not gonna do that to you. So again, we're gonna take in one take, hopefully. Ugh, cross your fingers, this is the one. But yeah, we'll just roll into it. Again, if you like though anything that I do, you don't even have to, I like the likes. The likes, they make me feel good. But you can like, and if you just want to subscribe, I would appreciate it. I love telling stories, so it helps me know that you like what I'm doing. So, let's just hop in. Sorry, let me readjust my life. Sorry for that boob pic right there. But, so, this was when I was 18 years old, which sounds just about right. But again, I don't condone underage drinking because as you'll hear from my story, it doesn't turn out well for anybody. No unattended drinking teens is a good thing. So, yeah, so let's just jump into it. So, I was dating this guy who was in a fraternity. His name was CP, because that's what I'm going to call him. I really don't care. I don't care if he thinks, if he knows. This is who he was. So, if he's upset about that, then maybe he should have been a better person. Just, anyways, so I was dating this guy, CP. And he had this, his brother, starts with an A, so we'll just call him A. And I hung out with him all the time. I had this really good friend at the time who I'm no longer friends with, but I don't even know what happened there. But I'm no longer friends with her anymore. It's been a long time. So, we basically get an invite. It was around the 4th of July because fireworks were involved, but it was around then, and I get a call from him, and he's like, hey, come over. We're gonna hot tub, blah, 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 blah. So, I'm obviously just way down for that because it's my boyfriend, and I had the biggest crush on this guy. For years. I had a crush on him in junior high. Sorry, oh my gosh, that's gonna be, it's gonna be annoying, I'm sorry. But anyways, I had the biggest crush on him in junior high. Loved him, and he, broke my little heart into pieces, okay? Destroyed it. And then when I got out of high school, I was a moron, and I was like, it'll work now. No, it never works. It doesn't work. It doesn't fucking work. So anyways, so me and my friend, we get an invite to go hang out with him, his brother, and then one of his best friends who was his best friend from forever. And so we'll call A as his brother, K is his friend, and then he had a girlfriend, S. So, we get an invite, so we head over, we get our cute little swimsuits and everything, and we're all super pumped to go. And when we get there, the boys are so drunk and trashed. They don't know what's going on. They're in the hot tub and they're drinking beers. The beers are bobbing around and floating in the hot tub. So we're in there, we're hanging out, and we hadn't even really been there long at all, really. Nothing else had happened. In the hot tub for maybe 20 minutes, and all of a sudden, I'm just hanging out, nothing crazy. We're not even being loud. And we just, whoosh, beams of light, a spotlight from a cop car, right? So these cops get out, and we're what? This is private property. We're on a balcony. There's stairs that go up to it, but we're on, this balcony of his, parents' house. And so we're what in the world is going on? You can't just, come and arrest us at our private residence. But we'll get to that. So they basically get in and they're ma'am, please exit the hot tub. Please exit there. And we're oh my gosh. And so I was fuck, of course this is going to happen. And so we get out of the hot tub. Well, A starts to get out of the hot tub. And he's in his boxers because the boys didn't bring swimsuits because they live there. And so he's trying to put on his pants. And he's I think they've shrunk. And the guy's you're just really drunk. You're just really drunk, sir. And I need you to put on your pants. Please put on your pants right now. And he could not, A could not put on his fucking pants. He was dying. He was trying to because when you're wet, you can't put on jeans. That's the hardest thing ever. And not only that, but he was pretty drunk. So there was that. And so we get out of the hot tub, whatever, and they start to breathalyze us. They have us blow into that little thing, and we're sitting on his long fireplace, the hearth of it. and they have us blow into the little thing, and they're like writing our amounts on our hands for them. A couple of cops are there, so it's nothing crazy, but we're just like, what is going on? Like, who called? Like, we're in his house. We're not being loud. Like, yeah, obviously we're underage, but we're not being crazy. And so he's like, I'm not, he's like, we actually came here for a noise complaint because they were lighting off fireworks earlier, like his little brother. And I guess that they already had a warrant out for that house and for the people there. So when they got there, it just took them that long because I guess there's a ton of noise complaints around the 24th and 4th of July. So they get there and they're like, yeah, well, look what we caught instead, because his little brother wasn't there anymore. So that was like, they didn't get that at all, but they got like 5 underage people. It was pretty shitty. So whatever. So they have us start pouring out. They're like, go pour out the beer. They tell CP to go start pouring out the beers because, they don't want to leave us with any more alcohol there, which, I mean, my ex is like, he doesn't give a fuck. Like, he was pouring out the beer and crunching them so that he would pour out half of it and then crunch it and then just put it in the sink. So he legit, like, they poured out like 230s and had a whole one after because he had been crunching them so that not all of it was lost to the sink. So that's happening. Like, obviously my friend's like super pissed because like she got invited to this place and it's awful, like it's happening. So they decide they confiscate everything, and his parents, like who we were at, it's a huge house, like huge basement, everything, movie theater. They go through the kitchen and they have like a wine room, and these are not fucking like down at the Utah liquor store bottles. Like, these are from like different countries that his dad had traveled to, and they confiscated a whole bunch of stuff, which we weren't even drinking at that point, and then they ended up just like having us pour everything out, which is so crazy. So that happens, and you think that that's like the worst of the night. No, like that just sucked, and that alone though caused a year worth of like random drug testing, even though there were no drugs at the house found at all. Which, like, what the fuck, that's the dumbest thing ever. So I had random drug testing from that for a year. And I didn't even say, but I blew like almost nothing. Like, it was literally like, I think it was like 0.011. I don't remember. Don't like, if that's a lot, then that's wrong. Because it was literally like just so like minute amounts that like it was, if I had been an adult, I would have been fine. I mean, I would have been fine if I was an adult anyways, because you can drink here in Utah. It's not illegal. So, whatever. So that happened. So obviously like everyone's like kind of upset and wants to go. Well, so my boyfriend at the time, CP, they're kind of like figuring out what they want to do, and so his friend, who we're calling Kay, his girlfriend like goes upstairs and she's pissed. Like, she just storms upstairs and we don't like hear from her for a second, and then all of a sudden like we start hearing her just be like, Kay, and he's like, what? Like, that's literally like, he's like, what? Like, what is going on? And she's like, Kay, get up here. And he's like, what? Like, would not go. And so she like comes down the stairs, like halfway. She's like, I'm trying to have sex with you. And he's like, I'm drinking water. And we're like, what the hell? It's fucking stupid. So she gets pissed and she wants to go home. Like, she's like not having it. Like, she got fucking arrested at this house. Like, that was supposed to be fun. And now her boyfriend won't have sex with her. Like, she's done. She doesn't want to be here anymore. And who can fucking blame her? Like, she's not really our friend anyways. Like, I've known her forever. Like, nothing against her. It's just that we just were never like close. So she's like, well, I'm leaving. And so we promised, like, not we, like me. So my boyfriend at the time, he promised to take Kate home. So they leave, like, S drives her own car, like, she's heading home, and CP takes Kay, my ex CP takes Kay, home. So, but not really, because Kay didn't want to go home, and Kay wanted to stay and party with me and my friend and A and CB. So comes back. Hopefully this isn't fucking confusing with other people, but what can you do? I can't say their real names. So he ends up like lying to her. So Kay ends up lying to his girlfriend, and saying like, yeah, they took me home, blah, 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 blah. And that, no, he ended up coming back. So he comes back to the house, okay? And we just like, for that night, like, we just finished drinking, hanging out, but whatever, having fun. Like, I don't even remember really what we did. But at the end of that, because it's literally been years, guys. Like, I'm trying here. I'm really trying. So, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So, we go to sleep. So I'm sleeping in the same room with my boyfriend CP, and we're upstairs. So my friend, at the time, she was downstairs, and unbeknownst to me, okay, I didn't know, like, this is not like something I was like condoning. I would never condone cheating on like anyone, because I think that's it's terrible. It's rude. It's not, no, I would never. Even if she's my friend, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm not gonna hate her for her decisions, but like, I would never be like, yeah, it's a good idea, you should do it. No, not me. So she ends up sleeping in the same bed as Kay. So I don't know, like, to this day, like the last time I talked to her, said that they did nothing, like they just ended up sleeping in the same bed, but nothing happened. Like, yeah, like she was just not. But I'm like, well, whatever. So I chose to believe her because I have no reason to think she'd lie to me about it. Well, that morning, so like me and my boyfriend get woken up, and it is seriously like, I think it's like maybe 6 a.m. It's pretty early, and we just start hearing screaming like crazy, and me and like CP are like, what? Like, we're just in our room, and we like pull the blankets up because we're like, holy crap, there's like someone in this house, like something like now that I say screaming, like, what I feel like craziness. Like, we start hearing stuff breaking, and I'm like, oh no. So yeah, if you can imagine. So she didn't believe, obviously, that he went home, and so she came back, and we had locked all the doors before we went to bed because, like I said, it's like a nice house, like we're not gonna leave it unlocked. Then the cops came, so we were like locking the hatches, we were like batting it down, like we didn't want fucking more, I don't know, we just were like not having that. We didn't want any more people unwanted in the house, so we locked everything. And after that, so we just start hearing like crazy shit, like smash smash, like screams, and I get a phone call, and it's my friend, and she's like, did you leave? And I was like, no. I was like, no. I'm like, we are upstairs, like we're in his parents' room, like we were still sleeping. And she's like, I'm coming upstairs. They're like, she broke in the house, like she broke in, and she's fucking like beating him, like she is beating the crap. And I was like, oh my god. I was like, no, we're not gonna leave you, like just come upstairs, like if you can get upstairs, come upstairs. Well, she, like, I guess, like, so basically his girlfriend had broken back into the house, like she legit had busted, so like they had in their laundry room like this door, and she had broken it and came into the house and fucking like gone downstairs, like, and she probably looked around to find him, like she didn't believe him that he left anyways, goes down the stairs, finds him, and she's beating the crap out of him. She is punching him in the face, like my friend was like, I just got out of, like, she's like, I was clothed, he was clothed, like I just got out of there, like she, like, and like the girl wasn't even paying attention to her, like she's just like, holy crap, like, so she leaves. And so Kay, the guy who was sleeping downstairs with my friend, like, he tries to get away from her, so he's trying to like, just like, he's not trying to obviously engage, because if what they said is true, nothing happened, but he still lied to her about not being there, so whatever. But so he's trying to not engage. He goes all the way back up the stairs and starts like coming through the hallway, so me and my boyfriend can see them, like from our, like the bedroom door. And she has her lanyard of her keys, and she is taking her keys and she is whipping him in the face, like in his face. Okay, breaks, like there is blood, like he is bleeding from like, she broke his nose, just crazy. So it's like hitting him, like, you cheating, lying piece of shit, like just going. I was like, oh my god, like she's gonna come in here and kick our ass, and I didn't do anything. Like, it's crazy. And so we don't know what to do. So he eventually like grabs her, like he's like, you know, just trying to like hold her, and like carries her outside and like pushes her outside, and he's like, I'm fucking done. He's like, this is like, it's not working anyways, blah blah blah, like tells her basically like it's not working. Obviously just broke his nose, okay? I mean, like, I get it, he cheated, but you can't break someone's nose, like when you don't, I don't know. it was a lot. And so basically she leaves. Well, she decided when she left that it was apparently good enough to key my car, my new car. I just got that for graduation. She took her key and she keyed all around my fucking Volkswagen Beetle I just got for, like, I didn't even have plates yet. And she keyed my fucking car. She lit off fireworks at the house. Like, this is a bitch you don't want to piss off, ever. Like, if I had known, I would have been like, you know what, girl? I'm gonna call you and let you know what's happening because I don't want you to come to my house and beat me up. Like, it was legit great. Like, it was insane. So yeah, don't cheat on your girlfriends because they might be crazy. Well, I mean, they had like a huge, like, dramatic relationship anyways. Like, those, like, no, like, those guys were no good anyways, but I still don't think you should break their nose. Ooh, it was bad. So anyways, yeah, that was my crazy story. After that, like, nothing happened. Like, we basically all went off to live our own lives, but, like, it was the worst night ever. Like I said, I had a year of drug testing after getting arrested for drinking in a hot tub. Like, the funnest, like, it should have been the funnest night, like, with my friends, my boyfriend that I love so much. That was so terrible in the end, but yeah, so that was my, I got arrested in a hot tub and then watched someone get their nose broken and beat. So yeah, don't drink underage unattended. It's like the moral, and don't cheat on your girlfriends. That's another moral. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you liked my video, like I said, remember to like and subscribe because that makes me really happy and it knows that I know that you like it. So thank you so much again for watching. My other video did so well and I hope you like this one too. So thank you so much. Have a good weekend. Bye guys.